Please rise. Please be seated. Friends and family of our bride and groom, welcome, and thank you for being here on this important day. We are gathered together to celebrate the very special love between Lysande Marie Champeau and Michael Allen Elkins Jr. by joining them in marriage. This is an opportunity for us not only in the joy of Lysande and Mike's love, but to share and reaffirm the appreciation and love and the friendship we experience with them in our lives. At this time, Mike and Lysande ask you to silence your electronic devices and put them away so that we can all be fully present in our short time together. Mike and Lysande, your mom says it too. Lysande, you have arrived. You have arrived at the end of your journey, the journey called planning a wedding. But today marks the beginning of a bigger and more important journey, the journey of marriage, your life together as husband and wife. And the good news is, if you can survive planning a wedding together, your marriage should be a piece of cake. Planning a wedding revolves around 100 small details, picking out the right venue, the right flowers, the right cake, and of course, the right dress. Didn't she do a good job, Mike?
Absolutely.
Do you want to tell her how pretty she looks? He looks pretty good too, huh? You want to tell him? And I understand that there was one more very important detail that you compromised on. A Star Wars theme versus a Harry Potter theme reception. How'd that compromise go? But that's okay, because this is the start of your new journey as husband and wife, where you will learn much, much more about the art of compromise. Because a marriage is a journey that is about compromise, respect, listening to one another, trying to understand each other's opinions, even if you don't agree with them. But also on your journey, never forget the feelings you have today. The love, the passion. Don't forget that. Don't forget romance. Don't forget to flirt with your wife. Don't forget to date your husband. And don't forget to add those heart and winky emojis in your text messages. Tomorrow is never promised, and the last thing you would want is a text between you that says, don't forget to pick up toilet paper. Marriage consists of entrusting our deepest selves into loving care of one another. It is not only a public and legal act, but it is an emotional and spiritual act. The spiritual aspect of marriage must be embraced openly, seriously, and completely for the marriage to endure. Lysande and Mike commit themselves today to each other in that sacred trust. They promise to embrace conflict as well as peace, to work as well as play, to give as well as receive, and to be with, stay with, and move forward with one another. At this time, Ginny Zapar will give a reading.
To love is not to possess, to own or imprison, nor to lose oneself in another. Love is to join and separate, to walk alone and together, to find a laughing freedom that lonely isolation does not permit. It is finally to be able to be who we really are, no longer clinging in childish dependency, nor docilely living separate lives in silence. It is to be perfectly oneself and perfectly joined in permanent commitment to another and to one's inner self. Love only endures when it moves like waves, receding and returning gently or passionately, or moving lovingly like the tide. In the moon's own predictable harmony, because finally, despite a child's scars or an adult's deepest wounds, they are openly free to be who they really are and always secretly were, in the very core of their being, where true and lasting love can alone abide.
Thank you. We've come to the vows. But before we make this official, it's crucial that we recognize that marriage is not just a joining of two individual hearts, but also of two families. Would the parents of this couple please stand? Chris and LJ, do you vow to accept Mike into your family and love him as your own? Michael and Robin, do you vow to accept Lasanda into your family and love her as your own? You may sit down. The love and example of those of you here today who guided Mike and Lasanda to this moment, but they will need your guidance and support for the rest of their lives. Do you, the family and friends, promise from this day forward to encourage them, to love them, to give them your guidance, and to support them in being steadfast in the promises that they will make today? Okay. Surrounded by those who love you with the lifelong commitment of their support, I ask you to step forward and exchange your vows. And hold hands, please. All right.
Michael Allen Elkins Jr., you are my best friend, my rock, my sun and stars, and now my husband. I love how sweet and caring you are, and how you would do anything for me as I would do for you. I promise to always support you in all your endeavors, including your painting hobby. I promise to love you without judgment, but with an open heart and mind. I vow to listen when you want to speak, and give you space when you need to recharge your batteries. I vow to consciously look for my phone before I ask you to find it. I look forward to traveling the world with you and our many new adventures. I will love you through the good times and the rough times, in sickness and in health, for as long as we both shall live.
Lasanda Marie Champeau, you're my best friend, my rock, the moon of my life, and soon to be my life. I love how sweet and how caring you are. You would do anything for me, just as I would do for you. I vow to support you in all that you do. I vow to respect you in all that you do, for we are equals. I vow to be your pillar of support whenever you need it, under any circumstances. I vow to approach complex problems with an open mind and a full heart, knowing that there's nothing that we can't do together. I vow to love you without hesitation, reservation, or any mental evasion of mine. All of these things I solemnly swear, promise, and affirm to you, Lasanda Marie Champeau, for as long as we both shall live.
Beautiful. May I have the rings, please? You can hold those. Oh, there you go. All right, hold each other's. All right. This is an elemental blessing of the rings. Air is the beginning of all things. It is the direction of east, the dawning of a new day, of new hopes and dreams. May your lives be blessed with the continuing renewal of love. Fire. Fire is the passion within your love, the spark of love itself, the heart of anger, and the warmth of compassion. It is the direction of north, the heat of midday. May your lives be blessed with continual warmth. Water. Water nourishes and replenishes us. The waters of emotion and harmony pour virtually into our lives. It is the direction of the west, the afternoon and the evening. May your lives be blessed with fulfillment and contentment. Earth. All life springs from the earth and returns to the earth. It is the direction of the south, the time of night. May your lives be blessed with strength and solidity. Maybe we should. There you go. All right. The circle that has no beginning and no end. The rings you're about to give each other symbolize the unity of two lives. Placing the ring on Lasanne's finger, Mike, please repeat. Lasanne Marie Champeau.
Lasanne Marie Champeau.
With this ring, I marry you.
With this ring, I marry you.
And I promise you my love and respect.
And I promise you my love and respect.
And now, Lasanne. Beautiful. Michael Allen Elkins Jr.
Michael Allen Elkins Jr.
With this ring I marry you.
With this ring I marry you.
And I promise you my love and respect.
And I promise you my love and respect.
Lasanne and Mike, we have heard your promise to share your lives in marriage. In the honesty and sincerity of what you have said and done here today, and in accordance with the laws of the state of Virginia, it is my honor and my delight to declare you henceforth husband and wife. You may now kiss your bride. Thank you so much for joining us today for the union of Lasanne and Mike. They sincerely hope you can join them very quickly in the ceremony at the top of the hill. They're going to have a happy hour, a cocktail hour first before they do photos. So please, it is my pleasure right now to introduce you for the first time ever, Mr. and Mrs. Michael and Lasanne Elkins.
Is this the place we're going to? We would like to ask everybody to come up to the reception site. We have a fun, exciting event planned. Right away, we're going to have the introduction of the wedding party, and then the cocktail hour will include Mike and LaSalle. So all that's coming up. You can make your way inside to the reception hall. We're going to have the introduction of the wedding party very quickly.